Hello everyone, and now welcome to game number 2 in this series, Czech versus ThomasG, a Night Elf versus Night Elf mirror match. On the top left-hand side of Terranistan, we have ThomasG spawning as the purple Night Elf. Meanwhile, over here on the bottom right, we have Czech spawning as the red Night Elf. Night Elf versus Night Elf mirror matches may come down to a bit of luck, but game number 1 really came down to timing on just some simple creeping. The fact that ThomasG didn't know where Czech was and didn't know he was incoming made it very, very difficult for him to make the right choice. By allowing Czech to pick up all of those powerful items and that final bit of experience, ThomasG could not recover from those early engagements. We'll see what's going to be happening here in game number 2. Will ThomasG be able to force a game number 3, or will Czech make it a clean 2-0? Only time can tell as we speed things up to 4 times speed. It will be a Demon Hunter versus Priestess of the Moon matchup. It is still agility versus agility based hero, but Priestess of the Moon is a little bit of an interesting choice. Now, the Priestess of the Moon is very, very powerful when going up against the Demon Hunter for the simple fact that with the Searing Arrows, it doesn't need a lot of mana to really deal that damage. Alright, Searing Arrows should actually be used right now. Not quite sure why it isn't. 21 to 31 damage is not that scary, but all of a sudden add in those Searing Arrows and you are doing a fair bit of damage there. Let's take a look. 422 down to 385. Yeah, dealing about, was that about 40 damage? No, the Ancient of War also getting in some hits as well, so making it very difficult to actually see how much damage is being done. Meanwhile, that Rogue is also taking a little bit of damage as well. Wisp is off over here, and the Wisp is going to spot this Priestess of the Moon. Or, well, perhaps he will not spot the Priestess of the Moon, as the Priestess of the Moon now making its way over. Now, a big question is going to be whether or not the Priestess of the Moon can perhaps get enough units out onto the field. Huntresses are really what ThomasG is looking for, as we see a Cloak of Shadows being picked up, a not very useful item, as the Demon Hunter lucked out and picked up Slippers of Agility. So an additional plus 11 damage already on this Demon Hunter compared to this Priestess of the Moon, who does have a Ring of Protection +2, but you would really want more damage coming in from your hero rather than just more protection. In a one-on-one fight, yes, it is true that the Ring of Protection does give you better longevity, but the Priestess of the Moon shouldn't be taking damage in the first place. And by having that Priestess of the Moon taking any damage, that is going to be a bit of an issue. Alright, let's take a look. Archer is going to perhaps be trying to run away. Demon Hunter, or Cloak of Shadow, Boots of Speed now being picked up, as the Priestess of the Moon should be able to run away fairly easily. Demon Hunter, however, getting in some very, very easy shots, as we see a second Ancient of War has already been placed down. ThomasG is definitely going for Huntresses, as we see the damage now starting to add up. Demon Hunter taking a little bit more damage than he bargained for so far, as you see those Searing Arrows, well, missing their target right there. Alright, Searing Arrows can in fact miss the target, meaning the Priestess of the Moon will be wasting a little bit more mana once again. Meanwhile, let's take a look over here. The Huntresses may try and engage. There is one Archer that is currently Shadow Melded there, as the Priestess of the Moon does have +3 attack, and also the Huntresses importantly have +2 attack. Now going after those archers are going to be a very, very important call here, balancing the amount of damage you deal to the archers versus that Demon Hunter. The normal damage on those archers do deal a little bit more, thereby draining the Moonwells slightly faster. Meanwhile, Priestess of the Moon now still needing the backup. You can see that Ring of Protection +2, and the problem with it is that the Priestess of the Moon has taken so much damage already that it could end up being a problem. Alright, let's take a look back over here. More damage being added. Huntress, very, very low on hit points, decides to run back home. And as long as the micro is very, very heavy, it could end up working out well. ThomasG needs to be very careful here. He needs to continue to place down pressure without overcommitting, and perhaps he can get a handful of archers down. 25 over 50 compared to 38 over 40. If these units are taken down here in just a moment, that is going to be a very big deal. All right, Hunter is taking a lot more damage than you would like to see so far. Demon Hunter now trying to run all the way back. You can see that doing so there. Archers are going to be able to start poking at all of these Huntresses, and this is not what you want. The archers very, very well protected in the back here. You can see the moonwells are, however, a bit dry. Meanwhile, all the moonwells of ThomasG is still fairly full. That is going to give a bit of an advantage for ThomasG to heal up all of his units. And we're going to continue to look at a 38 over 40 supply compared to 26 over 50. Ancient Protector, Ancient of Lore is already coming into play. And once that Ancient Protector is up, it is going to be very difficult for those Huntresses to really deal the necessary damage. All right. ThomasG now looking to run all the way back down. You can take a look. Demon Hunter may actually get to level 3 here. Level 2 mana burn could cause some serious issues, as we see a quick Cloak of Shadows being dropped down for Check. Check's Cloak of Shadows will most likely be sold, not a very useful item. Will he pick up perhaps a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability, or perhaps, nope, just Boots of Speed, as he now makes his way off to the north, knowing exactly that ThomasG is nearby. All right, Demon Hunter looking for where his opponent is. He's going to place down another Sentry Ward, most likely, and there is that damage. Double attack already, as we see Ancient Protectors now being placed down. All right, if those Ancient Protectors can come into play, that would be huge, but I do not think they will. Check does have a Sentry Ward down over here already, and you can see the damage already being added up. There's the cancellation, as the Demon Hunter now still going after another Ancient Protector. Another cancellation. Their archers getting in a serious damage there, as we now see the 2 Ancient Protectors still trying to be constructed. Demon Hunter caught on the wrong side of a bridge, one bridge too far, as we now see the Ancient Protector going to get canceled again. Demon Hunter coming in from the backside, trying to finish things off, going to be forced to use a Scroll of Town Portal to stay alive, but the Moonwells are full enough to really give that Demon Hunter a third chance on life, as he was lower moments ago. All right, Demon Hunter now pretty much back up to full everything, as we see Glaive Throwers now being added into the fight. ThomasG should be able to fend this off here. You can see that the Demon Hunter now just overcommitting into that location. Dryads really do not like that splash damage, as you can see the Glaive Thrower off over here may be able to just get some easy damage because of its superior range. Back across over here, we can see Druid of the Claw does have Rejuvenation, and you can see that the Ancient Protectors are now nearing completion as well. Second Glaive Thrower now making its way forward. This is all off of Tier 1, a Tier 1.5 push off of units from the Huntress Hall, as the Demon Hunter now going to continue to make its way forward. All right, Glaive Thrower is trying to do some extra damage right there, going to be doing a lot of it. Demon Hunter now trying to make its way through. Mana Burn onto the Priestess of the Moon. Priestess of the Moon still has True Shot Aura and still doing terrible damage off to these Moonwells. Moonwell number 1 may get taken down. That is going to be cutting it very close. Perhaps attacking ground is necessary, as the Moonwells are about to fall. 1 or 2 more shots should do it. Not enough repairing, as he does purposely drain that Moonwell before its eventual destruction. Glaive Thrower is still pushing forward. The piercing damage now going through the target. Demon Hunter now trying to push its way through. Does a quick turnaround once more. As you can see, Rejuvenation landing on that Demon Hunter again. All right, Ancient Protector needs to move itself forward. Oh, Ancient Protector is uprooted. Gonna take full damage from those Glaive Throwers, but it is gonna perhaps be able to eat some trees. Demon Hunter trying to engage. Rejuvenation not yet on that Demon Hunter still, as there goes another. All right, 3 Ancient Protectors in the back. ThomasG needs to pull back with these Glaive Throwers. Not quite sure why he isn't microing them. That is a lot of damage being absorbed, as that one Glaive Thrower is going to be a significant loss. Meanwhile, Bears are at Tier 2, and Check is just committing like a madman, and ThomasG gives the GG. So the hero advantage, level 4 on the Demon Hunter, just far too much, as the mana burns and evasion and the durability of that Demon Hunter allowing Check to take this series 2-0. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed Game 2.